All right, welcome in. We are in Dystopika tonight. So this is the city I've had for quite some time. And why is my thing saying script to get drops? What drops? I don't know. I wanted to kind of start working on fleshing it out. There are some mods available for this now, and I kind of wanted to check out a couple of them. And at some point, I need to knuckle down and actually learn how to mod Unity, because then I can create mods for this, and I think that'd be awesome. So we've got a lot of work to do. There are a heaping lot of things that are missing for some reason. A whole lot of ads are missing. I don't know why. It's been a while since I played, so somehow this thing got turned all the way around backwards, or is missing. Let's see if I can figure that out. There it is. I don't know how that happened, but it did, so there we go. All right, we got that fixed. That is not the right type. Okay, let's see what we can come up with here. All right, billboards. Not windows. That one's gonna be do this one maybe? It is a monorail. I think that could work. There we go. And it is off. We need to fix that. There we go. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna spend some time tonight working on this, trying to get. Well, that's a weird effect when you zoom in and out. That's new. Weirdly enough, that looks way better than it used to for some reason. I don't know what happened. That took me forever to figure out how to do this with two pieces, two separate billboards. So we gotta work on this section here a little bit, finish the... Like I said, there's a bunch of these that are missing. Yeah, like this stuff right here is missing. That one, that one. Those are all correct. And then we need to work on this new one. So this is gonna be more like the slum side over here. So the idea, so you've got your downtown, you've got a Central Park-like thing, a little bit of industry over here, Main Street's right here. You've got actual industry over here, all your power plants and everything. A Wallace building over here, my building here. And the idea is, so you've got a district here. This is going to be the slums, essentially. This building, this is one of the mega built blocks. So the idea of this one is it is a converted old prison. That's why it's got the eyes that watch you. And we need to change these. Nope, wrong type. There you go. There we are. And then this one is an old converted office building into housing. The idea behind it is just absolutely just oppressive with ads. Just ads as far as the eye can see. You can't get any sleep because the ads are just burning into your retina at nighttime. You know, just a horrible, horrible place to live. Because, you know, they don't have the money that the people that live over here have. Pardon me. Yeah, the people that live around the quote-unquote park, there wouldn't be any actual grassy areas, have, you know, nice spaces to live. Chicago! How's it going? Yeah, so Dystopika is a dystopian future, and you can build what you want. And my city is a walled-off city, kind of Blade Runner style. Like this guy right here, I did with 8 separate billboards. Took one image, chopped it up into 8 1024 by 1024 images to make that. And this was created by one of the guys on Discord. These are the actual ads from Cyberpunk 2077. Now, we can't make them look like a hologram exactly. If you turn down the opacity on these, it doesn't really work. Like, you can't get these at the top to fade off into like they do in actual Cyberpunk 2077 Night City. But they do work. They're in the exact correct order, left, middle, and center. They wouldn't be set up just like that, but you get the idea. But yeah, this is the city that I've made all my videos with. It's what I've created various built new things with. This is another thing we need to work on today. My lines aren't working. Yeah, they are. I was the first one to create RGB lines in the game. This was a huge nightmare. And it still doesn't even look that good. I have to approve that because apparently MILF is a word that is banned by Twitch. That's too funny. Close-up of MILF card? Yeah, I created this a long time ago, and this is a huge pain. I still don't have it working quite right because it's really difficult to get it to be smooth. But RGB in a and you can still see the building lights through. It's pretty cool. These are the same. Created all this. I had them on this, and you can't see them all. Let's fix that. Let's see. This one's gonna be. Okay, I see what it is. All right, so this one's gonna be billboards. What are they called? Oh man, I haven't played this in long enough. Colored lines. Let's do Tron Legacy. Here we go. So this is going to be a top for that one. Let me know if the music's too loud. It sounds fine in my head, but that doesn't mean it's not too loud. That's gonna be this one here. Bottom. Alright, we're almost there. And right. Alright, so we got that part done. I don't remember how I had these. I think these were the middle. 10% less. 10% less it is, okay. Let's do that. Alright, so if we go to that, I want to say this was the right hand square. Right? Yeah, I think so. Voice and music are the same volume. Okay, I need to turn it down more then. Go about like that. See what that does. Alright. And this is left side. Yeah, this is what I did. So, we got that fixed. Very cool indeed. These were just different color ones to test them, so might as well put them back. Okay, what color would we want? Let's do red. Red sounds good. Let's do right-hand side. So how goes your ice mining progress? Have you been able to fill all of your, Oh, I know what's going on here. I have to resize these now that the size has changed. That's what it is. Alright, so we're going to do that color, then we're going to do green here, I think. Yeah, let's do green, left. And then blue, I think we'll do a double. Let's do a double take on blue. It took me forever to make all these. Every single one of them I had to make repeatedly because I'm not very good at photo editing. I'm okay at it, but also not knowing how well the lines would show up and all that stuff, so it took a minute. Alright. I don't really care about these anymore. That's better. I wish we could line it with the... Yeah, there you go. Saying get RGB there. You got 3 different colors there. Trunk color there. Yep, that works. I don't know what you were, but let's put something on you. Let's see, what do we want? How about this? How about this? Got a lunar auto mining base for platinum, magnesium, and ice. I mean, those are good things to have. I think we need to have these guys in further. Is it control drag? Oh, you shithead. Alt. There it is. Dummy. Okay. Let's fix that. Mess that up. Let's do him on this side. And let's do him on this side. Yeah. That works. Let's put him up a little more prominent. There you go. I like it. What's going on with that? Did I never finish that highway? I guess I didn't. Alright. So be it. Alright, so we have some new buildings I want to check out. And one of them's going right here. Let's take a look. Cyberpunk. This. Alright, so now we need to... twine it. Unfortunately, I don't think I can raise this. No, you jackass. Z. So that is... okay, so it's got 2 positions. Alright. So then maybe... maybe this is one of these down here. That might work. Oh, it could, yeah, it could do that. Yeah. I like that. And then maybe we set it back a little bit. I can dig. we can watch the people. We're voyeurs now. How dare you? Quit looking. What's up, CD Clone? We are playing with some of these new mods that have been added. There's not a whole lot of mods yet for it. Yes, I'm building a town that later on Chikaru is going to come by and drop. He's going to fly over just past 5,000 meters of his control range, and he's going to drop his mining ship on my town. And then explode downtown with it. It's going to be precision bombing. Snake, how's it going? Alright, so this one's going to be 3, 1, 2, Mega Building 4. So this will be Mega Building 4, so we need a district over here. It's only a small boom. No, actually, your armor did pretty well. It kept it. A lot of it survived. So this is Dystopika. It came out last year, and think of Tiny Glade but dark. Dystopian aesthetic, cyberpunk aesthetic, whatever you want to call it, Blade Runner, whatever, and everything you see here I built. It starts and it looks just like this out here where there's nothing. I have placed every single building, every single billboard, every single ad. Some of the buildings are lit up, some of the buildings I added light to, like over here. Yeah. So I was the first creator of, get over there, of colored building lights, including RGB, which I never quite got working properly right, but it does the job. I just don't have it in many flavors like I do some of the other colors. And I also created a space elevator by taking the roadway, the monorail. I gotta find it. It's up here somewhere. Right here. Did I put it up here? Oh, I don't see it. You take the monorail and you stack it all on top of each other, and instead of being a long run, which we have over here somewhere. Okay, so instead of being this long monorail right here, right, that I have going into the Wallace building, I need to fix that. If you stack the pillars on top of each other, they just get stuck, and it's one tall vertical thing instead of, let's see, let's do monorail entrance there. That works. Yeah, okay, there's no way for me to really brighten it that much more. This is a dark game. Physically dark. Let's try... No, let's try noon. Even then, all that there, this is all ground. Do you see it? It's all kind of procedural generation. As you put buildings up, ground spawns around them. So there is a hard floor. And if I place a building, you can see, you place a building and then you can do things with it, like raise it up. You see how the procedural decides to add different things. So if I move it around, the procedural pops things up or doesn't. And then I can take a light and animate it. Right? Or if I don't like that way, I can add actual billboards to it. And then I can put items on the billboards, anything you want. Let's say, how about cyberpunk? Let's do Arasaka. So I can put an Arasaka thing on there. Some trees or bushes, park prep. So, okay. I mean, that's a reasonable ask, but think about not a cyberpunk future, but a dystopian future. Dystopian future, the corporations / government are kind of the same thing, and there is no green left, essentially. Well, I mean, I hope things get better for you. But you're not wrong. There is no green in this world. Hey, those are new. From the light tool, those are new. He must have added that. Originally developed by one guy. He now has a little bit of help, but one person built the whole thing. And then I can hit Z to just pop things out. Goes back a little ways, not all the way, but a little bit. But you got all kinds of different buildings. That's what we're kind of playing with today. So I've never actually finished this city because, as you can see, it's a lot of work. And I want to... The way I build it, like, this is the most complete section. This is one of the sectors. It's Sector 3 that you can get in through right there, and you can get in through right here. I have... It's kind of hard to tell, but I have these... I don't even know what these things are even called anymore. Air traffic control down here to let people in. And you've got this little... This neighborhood, I guess, right? You got Flint's Arcade in there, Eat the Rich. You know, you got a bunch of things. Mega Block. This is like 7 different buildings I smashed together to make one Mega Block. And you got a hotel in here. I was the first one to come up with these. They shoot off. The ad actually shoots off of it, so it's an actual billboard instead of just, you know. Of course, it looks funny backwards, but it works, you know. I had Pizza Hut here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Okay, so I gotta fix these two. And essentially, you just, I don't know. There is no goals. You just create. That's that one. Yep, that's going that way. This is supposed to be coming out. Hey man, that is the way a lot of us handle problems, is joking about it. I mean, it's better than some alternatives, you know. I went into Cyberpunk, took images of street signs, went in, right, chopped them up, PNG'd them, and then came in, put them on 2 different ones so I could put it over the roadway. I actually have a video of going down this whole thing. Then there's this thing I created. Pulled up the movie, which I could only find in 720p, which is crazy. Such a good movie. Such an amazing documentary if you haven't seen it yet. Predicted the future perfectly. At least America's future. And put it on 2 separate ones. So I had to get it to where, I mean, it is pixel perfect on the O. 2 separate videos running simultaneously on 2 different billboards. But yeah, I'm just working on kind of, you know, just kind of clearing it up and getting it all functioning. I still haven't done a lot with Main Street. I got a little bit done, but you can see it all leads to DeLindsay Tower, because of course it does. Yeah, you can, and I've never really got into it because it's not as easy as it is here. Here, I just upload them. I just click on the thing, hit tab, and upload it. Whereas Space Engineers, there's more hoops you have to jump through. And this gets pretty detailed, too. It actually comes through here, goes through this downtown section, Goes in here, has an interchange. Gas that way, right? You know? The four... Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But like one of these paths go over here to Wallace. We don't really have a proper Wallace building, so I just built a big ass pyramid dominating looking thing to make it look like a big ass Wallace building. Because, you know, this is supposed to be Windows. Let's change it. Let's fix this. Windows. Let's see, we need sine wave. How about this one? We like that? I think we like that. Too bad I can't change them by a full group. That'd be nice. But it totally changes the aesthetic of a building when you can just add different windows to it, sort of. I mean, obviously. A lot of these windows were taken from screenshots in game. I have some that I took from Cyberpunk. Man, I spent hours and hours and hours running around Cyberpunk 2077 just grabbing screenshots, then chopping them up and making things from them. But yeah, it totally changes the vibe by doing that. That is gotta be changed. So we got an entrance to let's do a funny looking one. There you go. That works. Except the flying cars, yeah. Vegas in 30 years. Cyclone, I think that probably would be accurate. Everybody that is on the roadway in massive traffic jams are all the people that cannot afford, or maybe because it is a dystopian future, it's a caste system. You know, if you're born into a poor family, you're that forever. You can't change your stars, so to speak. It's backwards. What the hell? Alright, let's see if I can get this changed. I don't know if I can without moving that whole damn thing, and I think I'm gonna have to. I can't reach him. Oh no, I've got it right. Okay, well, you're gonna have to move for a little bit so that I can get to these. So that's gonna be an exit. No exit. Yep, there you go. That's right, power to the people. Hell yeah. Or something like that. I don't know, man. The way life is going, it's gonna take a hell of a lot to get people pissed off enough to actually do something about these corporations ruining our lives through the governments. Thank you for the community gift sub. Who got it? CD Clone got it. Yay, CD Clone. Alright, so I also wanted to try out, there was some other buildings. There's some really shitty looking buildings, and I like that idea. Let's come over here and test them. Okay, so what is that? No, I like that, so let's, one of these over here. You can barely see that little bitch, but that's fine because these would be the poor people living in stacks. This is Ready Player One already. Okay, is this the taller one? Okay. There's the taller one. That's the big ass one that's like... Which one's this one? Can you imagine having to live in shit like this? Oh man, that'd be awful. They're just like, screw it, put it on top of Ralph's house. He won't notice. That'd be so awful to live in those. That's perfect. Let's put some over there. No, nobody needs to live in peace in this city. Alright. Is this all the way up? Yeah. I would like to see more light on these, though. This is a mod called Stacks. And I think it should have a little more light on their coming from their buildings. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe that's accurate. I want the bigger one. Where's the bigger one? I think you're correct in pieces is an illusion. I think that's an accurate statement right there. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the... Is now it? Where's the sprawling one? Alright, damn it. Where is it? No. Oh, ah, dang, I think I just missed it. No, that's not it. I literally saw it earlier. It had this, like, ramp going up to it. Okay, damn it. Alright, let's go over here to a bigger space where I can see better. Snake, I think that's quite accurate. So, I had a boss... Man, how long ago was this? Now, my boss was not talking about the world, he was talking about work, but I had a boss a long time ago talking about warm fuzzy. People get in this warm fuzzy where they might be pissed off at everything, but at least they've learned how to manage it. They've learned how to deal with the suck. It could get suckier, and they're careful. They don't really want the suckier, so they're kind of like, I'm not going to rock the boat because while my life is crap now, I don't want it to get worse, right? So, she can play I'm not blind and read the news conflicts over. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay. It's also, all right. It's hard to espouse this. When people are living in a first world country that is not at war, under siege from something, and you have places that are, I feel like while it's absolutely awful to be war-torn, whatever the reason is, maybe it's internal politics or something, yes, I would argue people in certain countries are better off, but it's also perspective. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that my life in a first world country is as bad as someone that's in a war-torn country, whatever. Let's try that one. Whatever their specific problem is, but it can still suck. Like, you think about, where is it? There, is that it? I think I just got it. I think I just found it. Yeah, I just found it. Wait, I found two of them. Maybe I didn't see it right. I don't know. So we often think about, okay, well, you're fine because you're not in a place where you're being bombed or there's warlords terrorizing you, but then some people don't realize how bad certain people's lives might actually be. Those that are homeless because they lost their work, and everything. They lost everything. And being homeless in a first world country might actually be better than it is in some places, but it doesn't make it easy. It definitely does not make for an easy life just because that person's in a first world country. Western country, we'll call it. Yeah, no, I mean, we do. Problems need to be solved. That's a fact. It's one of those things that, okay, you always hear this argument when it comes to, whoa, wrong side. Yeah, man, I can barely see these buildings. When it comes to like the billionaires, like everybody's like, I don't get the billionaires. If I was a billionaire, I'd be like Batman. I'd be like, what? Homelessness? Not on my watch. Bam, fixed. What? Children in not having enough food to eat or in poverty? Bam, fixed. Right? Whereas what we have is a whole bunch of billionaires that just want to hoard everything and gain as much wealth as humanly possible while stealing it from everybody else, off of the backs of everybody else. And I feel like this kind of level of politics is okay to talk about because we're just generalizing. We're not, talking about the Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs or something like that, which would cause people to lose their damn minds. First off, I'm a firm believer that billionaire shouldn't be a term in the English language. Every country across the planet should cap at 999 million. Period. There shouldn't be, but everything above that, whether it's income, whether it's assets, or all of it goes to the state for social services. All of it. And we fix problems with it. One person on this planet has more money than something like, wow, what was last time I heard? Something like 60% of the entire population of Earth. What? I just don't even. I get it. It's not really money. It's wealth because they don't really have that cash sitting in a bank. I get it, but man, I love the idea of these stacks, but I also don't. I think they're too dark, and I'm not going to be able to put any ads on them. I don't know if this is going to work out with these stacks buildings. Maybe if I merge this one with the other one, it'll give it a bigger footprint. Make it seem like I can barely even tell that one's there. I can barely even see that one. Alright, let's turn this around. And conjoin them, sort of. Kind of like this or something. Let's go a little bit more. To give us some level of size here. We'll even add a couple small ones down below. If I can see them. I can't see them. Yeah, that dude's got a lot of money. Holy crap. Yeah, and okay, now this one I could probably use because it's really tall. I haven't watched the whole documentary about it, but apparently it led to some pretty nasty things with him. And I'm not saying that because I feel sorry for the dude. Apparently some of the things were pretty ugly. He kind of turned into a person that was pretty ugly afterwards, but maybe he was always that, and the money just gave him the confidence to say it out loud. I don't know. Okay, I don't want this. That one's not gonna work. Nope, get at this. You go away. You go away. Alright, don't have any more. Good. But I have this guy, and I want that. Okay, so we got these little guys. We could do a couple populations of them. Just kind of give us a little bit of variety. Come on, let me turn it. Man, there it is. It's got a really tiny footprint. Yeah, see, you can barely see them. The big one's cool because it's tall. I wonder if I can fit... I bet I can fit a couple things on it. Let's see. Haha! Wow. That is so little. No, that's not what I wanted. Dude, that thing's so little. Go like that. Apparently I can't turn that. Let's see. What do we want for a top? Sure, that'll work. That's a little something at least. Gives us ability to see it a little better. And let's add... No, not that type. Let's add the other one. Let's see. Let's do... Ooh. Crank it down a little bit. Like that. Yeah, I guess that's more the point I was trying to make to CD Clone Snake, is that even people who live in an area where it would be considered that their life is easier than others doesn't mean that their problems aren't real problems. We all have problems. Oh no, that looks like crap. Let's move that. Anywhere? Where would it look okay? Inside, maybe? Oh, it's weird. Okay. I don't really love that. Okay, so what do we got here? Do we have any... We really don't have any... There's not... Maybe right there? That might work. Shrink it down some. Like that. Reasonable. Okay. Let's get another one going. Way shrink that down. There you go. Now you can start to kind of see the thing at least. Do we have any flat bits over here? Not really. Alright, where is the cable? Let's do the little cable. We're gonna cable this right to the, maybe. This is not gonna be easy. Find a spot to put it on. That looks like crap. Well, it kind of works. Yeah, it kind of works. Sorta. Doesn't fit exactly, though. Alright. I don't think I love that. I could bring this whole thing closer. That way it looks like it's being held up. This mess of like just squalor being held up by the highway. Yeah, that works. Alright, so what else do we got? Okay, so that's it for the two new ones. Alright. Well, we definitely have to have ads over here, because we got to keep these guys busy. We have to make money, right? You don't want You don't want the poorest among you to have any money at all. So you gotta constantly throw ads at them. 24/7 ads, nothing but. All right, let's see, what do we got here? We gotta have a missing sign. There's always got to be some of those. Oh nope, I know what was on this. Now I remember. Okay, so let's see, Windows. Let's do this one. I'm not sure that I have that one. I'll have to look. Which one did I just do? This one? Yeah. I've got a lot of ads, I just don't know that I have that ad. Because there's an absolute truckload of Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, so that's that. So then this inside, let's make that different. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at when I'm grabbing these. I'm grabbing these from folder upon folder of ads that I have that I built up over close to a year. On the Discord, we have these sections where people can look all this stuff up. All right, so that works. So now we need to add that. We need ads. There's not enough ads over here. Okay, let's see. Cyberpunk 2077, where you at? There you are. Okay, let's see if I have that ad. I don't think I do, but let's see. I do not. Let's do some Spunky Monkey. Militech wants you to spend money. Yeah, man, like I said, it's a lot, because, so it's not just that you have to get the ads. I'll try to explain this. In this game, the way these work, these billboards aren't the same size as a normal ad size. They're 512 by 512, 1024 by 1024, or 512 by 1024. So it's a 1:2 ratio. Most of the ads at Cyberpunk are not a 1:2 ratio. So getting them, I have to go in and so there's some people else that have done it too. We have to go in, grab the ad, manually change it to fit this by cutting out some of it, adding black borders, whatever. So that's why there isn't all of them. There's some, but there's not all. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's fitting, because we've got a new Tron movie coming soon. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm one of those, I don't really have a problem with Jared Leto. But I understand why some people are very nervous about whether that movie... And, let's be honest, Disney doesn't have a lot of winners lately, so... You know what? R.I.P. Chester. let's see what else we can come up with here. Okay, so, all right, man, now you get into like philosophical shit now. Okay. What I think, so kind of like with the taxi, what I think happened is that somehow he got advanced AI in his program. No way, he even talks about it. That he had advanced AI so that he could sell better. And I think possibly he got AI put in that was more than necessary for a vending machine, to the point that no, I don't think he was quote-unquote sentient. Yes, I think he had learning AI in his programming that helped him to adapt to situations and make it seem like he... What is that down there? That's fine, we'll leave that. Okay. That made it seem like he was more than the sum of his parts, I guess is the way to say it. I need a lot more buildings over here. What else do we got that's going to look good? No. Too fancy. Low town. I've already got one. Do I have one over here? I don't think I have one over here. Got one over there. Let's put one here. No, you dipshit. But yeah, I do think there was something there of him. I just don't think he was like properly sentient. But there definitely was something going on that was more than meets the eye. All right, let's put... I mean, ones and zeros, electrical impulses. Okay, I don't want that high. Right there. Excuse you? No. Copy it. There you go. Now, do I want to smash these together? I kind of think I do. It's not angled very good. Okay, let's fix this again. It was a it was kind of a sad quest, though. You know, the fact that they ended him, you know. Let's go with 5 together. Should I smash them together fully? I think maybe that might look better. There we go. Get there. Ugh. Nope. You ass. And one more. Yeah, that's nice. A nice little just mini block. Not a mega block, but a mini block. Can I put... I want you all the way down. Yeah, that might work. Not exactly. There is a rounded top building, but it won't be a dome. Now, okay, so here's something I need to do, and part of it's because my brain just isn't in it. So Dystopika has the ability to have, it has workshop, it has mod support, it's Unity, and the problem is I've never used Unity in my life, and trying to learn all that to be able to do it myself so I can make my own things is scary. Like it's imposing to me. Central BD? No. There it is. So we got this guy. The other issue is we don't have, so like if you put a thing, you see how it'll go around it, but there's no way I could actually make that. So if I did it, I would have to make a sphere or a semicircle, half a sphere, whatever you want to call it. I would have to put, I don't know how, man, I don't know how you would even do that. Even from a perspective of modding, I don't know how you would do it. Because how would you make a 360-degree display that can be changed by the user? I don't even know how that would work. Because this would be a pain. Like, you could shrink this down to smaller versions and put a whole ass ton of them to get some level of circular, but it's still going to be squares, obviously. And my god, it would take forever. But yeah, that's the building that has that. I actually use it to create effect in... let's see. This. I built this out, so there's the big round part. There's a building right here. And two other... So it's this building 3 times and this building in the middle to make one big, like, office tower building. That's the same with a lot of things I did. This mega tower over here, which I think was the first mega tower I built, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... No, 6 buildings to make one big mega tower. Like, the idea is these things would be the things they would slide down, open up for ventilation, close back up. And then this one's a whole bunch of buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then extensions 10. Yeah, it's a lot of buildings. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, it's a lot more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 12 buildings to make that big H. Yeah, so it's a lot of work, but you can do it with mods now. You can make, like, this one was built by a player. His name's Hamster. And he built this, and I think he did a great job with it. And I like it a lot. And then these stacks were built by another player, and I don't know his name or her name. Again, I like the idea of the stacks. They're just not bright enough, and there's not enough places where you can put ads on them to, I guess, brighten them up. Speaking of, I see some places for some ads. Ba 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 ba. Let's see. There we go. It's not quite Nicola. Still works though. What all do we have? I have so many ads, it's like hard to think what I want on them because it gets so many. Alright, let's do some smaller ones. Alright, little square boys, what you got? I'll browse. Let's do... You have been hacked. Oh noes. These guys definitely need some oppressive ads in their face. Let's do this size. About that. Gotta have a power company now and again, right? Interesting. Oh god, that's so bright. Wow. Okay. Let me try. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, that's better. Damn. It is so bright. Alright, let's do a big boy. Alright, we need a big square one. Gotta have a Firefly reference. If you don't know what Firefly is, get out. Right now, just leave. How dare you? No, let's do... Firefly as in the show. There is a bug called Firefly. And there's a ship called Serenity. Yeah, that works. Let's do something like... Hey, stop clicking on the wrong one. Asshole. I hate when it does that. We need a left-hand side. Let's do some karaoke. Gotta have a karaoke bar. Alright, let's get this in the right spot. That looks good. Gotta have some karaoke. Well, and it's fair that a lot of people have only seen the movie Serenity and not the series Firefly. As older as the series is. So that's not unreasonable. And I was obviously kidding about the Get Out part, clearly. Man, they did the show dirty. It really sucks that that not the studio, the people bought, who was it? I can't remember who it was that ran that they just didn't see the value in it, even with its semi-cult status back then. You know, it's kind of a tragedy because it was really good. Well, series is a relative term. There was one season of, I want to say, 13 episodes with 2 unreleased episodes, I think. Oh, I think it's been more than 10 years already. And there are people of the crew would seriously come back if they decided to do it. They've already talked about it. Why does that have a weird set of lines? I don't know, but that'll work. It's good enough. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. I don't know why. No, there's a certain thing in there that gets a little. Let me put it this way. I don't at all disagree with you. What? Hang on a second. We're hidden. Yeah. I don't disagree with you at all. However, that particular person is kind of an off-limits political topic because it gets people all kinds of ways. And I don't feel like having that group of individuals coming and quote-unquote canceling me because I dared say anything or allowed anybody to say anything. So we steer clear of that topic. And I mean no offense. I agree with what you said, but yeah. That one's a nice picture. What we got going on there? Yeah, that's sweet. I need a vertical sign up here. Ooh, yeah. Let's see if I can get something square off the top. Do I have a square that goes off the top? That's landscape. I don't think I've got a square that runs off the top. No, wrong type. Wrong type. That one. Okay, so now let's put this. Billboards, top. Yep. Okay, needs to be smaller. I do kind of like how the line goes through it, though. That's pretty cool. Ooh, damn, that's actually really cool. Let me try something here. Let's make it small, because, well, no, maybe we'll make it bigger and have. I got it. If it'll work, it'll look really nice with that red line going through it. Right there, dude. That's sweet. That's sweet. I love it. That's awesome. That works out really well. Okay, we need... I need to have a really big square one. We gotta come up with something good for this. Real big, in your face. Blade Runner. I mean, we could do the Atari one. That's big. Yeah, that could work.
I thank you, but I hate you.
Yep, let's put that right in the middle. I like that. I like that a lot.
And that's something well.
There is no goal at all. None. There's no win. There's no lose. There's no amount of people you have to take care of. You just build. That's it. That's literally all it is. And while I don't play it constantly all the time, it is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Yeah, let's get one of these. Yeah, and that's fair. There are quite a number of people that are of that mindset, that they want something with goals so that they have something to work towards. I don't have any problem with people that have that thought process either. It's and sometimes I like having goals, but in this particular game there just isn't any, and it's quite enjoyable in my opinion. Very, very zen, very calming, kind of calm your tits, bro. Kind of thoughts, you know. Let's shrink that down in size a little bit. Now, you turd. Now let's reposition a little bit. I like that. Fits in quite nicely. But really, I have been putting off finishing this game, well, finishing this city, getting this city in a position that I want it, where I want it, and I figured it'd be good to do a little stream. So, okay, here's a way you could think of for a goal for this, and this would work just fine. So, you see here I have this city, right? Your goal could be, alright, I'm going to build this concept I have of a city, I'm going to finish it, I'm going to take some screenshots, a video, whatever, do a flyby, etc. And then I'm going to start over and I'm going to build something totally different. So maybe one of them's a cyberpunk style. One of them's a brutalist, imposing, and quite frankly, you can build a whole ass city in like 20 minutes. This city's been going on since launch day because I don't always spend a lot of time in it. And usually when I do, I'm doing my testing. I do a lot of testing over here. This is my test facility, and like I built this suspension bridge. It's monorails with a right next to a bridge, to a regular roadway. I can't turn the monorail off, so they're going up and down, which kind of looks silly, but it's kind of cool at the same time, right? And another one of the things that I came up with is, it is kind of slow to move, are these bridge interfaces. So it's a very specific building here and here, and then a building on either side here set at a specific level, like this one gets messed up. There it is. Set at a specific level, so a height, excuse me, so that it makes it look like bridge interface. I'm the one that came up with these guys. Actual road signs that go over the quote road. It's not really a road, but you get the idea. Obviously, I didn't make these. I snatched them from other places, but set them in game where I wanted them. And this is one of my favorite buildings I came up with. This building right here is actually, it's my communications tower. It's actually 4 different buildings together, and this ad plus that plus some cables to make it look like a really cool kind of communications like tower. And you just smash things together. You can turn snapping on and they'll snap to certain points. That's how I created this one. This is the first building I created using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other buildings. So 6 buildings combined to make one was my first one. So it's that kind of stuff. My Wallace building that's kind of, sort of, not really like the Wallace Pyramid and the old Blade Runner. Yeah, I mean, it gets the point across, but it's not exactly right. So that's my goal when I'm playing this, is I'm trying to come up with new things and create new stuff and create interesting cityscapes that seem somewhat realistic. Like this district here, which is my most complete district, you have an entrance there for the flying vehicles, and you have an entrance here for the driving, which does terminate there. So you've got your little pseudo downtown right here, you know, where you can come in. Think maybe this is Chinatown or something like that. They've got their own motels and stuff like that, and of course they're just bombarded with ads from every direction. They're being watched by the all-seeing eye, you know. It's just that kind of stuff. That's what I use as a goal. I'm trying to come up with cool things that maybe the game had by default and we just didn't realize it, or I smash things together until I figure out how to make a thing. It's just trying to do new stuff with limited tools, maybe is the best way to say it. That's how I approach it. Okay, we definitely don't have... Oh wait, is this the one I want? No, what? Definitely want one of these up here. We want a small. It's too big. Still too big. All the way down. Okay. I just like being creative. I like to see, that's what I wanted. I like to see what I can come up with. I got an idea. Let's put this right at the front door. Really annoy the residents. Have an ad in their front door. They gotta walk past it to get inside. That's perfect corporatocracy right there. Right, I forgot about that. Which arc? Is that... Okay. Isn't there 2? There's like Arc and there's Arc Ascended or something? Okay. You're talking about the dinosaurs, right? People in dinosaur survival? Yeah, okay. Yeah, apparently the studio gotten some trouble for what is essentially just reality hit them in the face when they had to admit that the current one, Ascended or whatever it's called, it was a cash grab so that they could build the next game. Oh really? I didn't realize it was that demanding. Okay, let's put like a power plant thing on the roof. Something that looks like it would be power. That maybe. Yeah, that'll work. I think they would take up the whole thing. Seems like they'd be the most. Waiting patiently the last 3 days when my new Want my new Megatherium mail. Best stats. All the best stats. Oh, wow. So you get the right baby version, the tamed version, grow that up, breed them with another one that's of great stats, and then the offspring is like the best stats, right? Something like that. So it's kind of like, which one is that? That's let me think. I'm think of it. I'm gonna get it. It's I can't think of the name. There's a game. It's not Monster Hunter, Monster Breeder, Monster something that had similar concept to that. Obviously, it wasn't the game like the game you're talking about, but it did have a similar concept where was it card? Did they have card game in that? Was it a card game? I don't even remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's cool though. I mean, hopefully you'll get just the one you want. Oh no, not dead baby dinos. Let's put another tall one here. Let's put They're Watching Ya. There you go. Now, when you say 2 days, are we talking 2 real human days? Or 2 in-game days from when it, you know, the sun goes down, sun comes up kind of thing? Real days. Okay. So it's a good investment in time. Well, I could see, so yeah, okay, maybe a decent investment in time, but I could see that then giving you quite a bit of sense of accomplishment once it's done. So you get the thing and you're like, damn, look what I just did. Oh yeah, no fair. Okay, so you can change how, alright. What can I put up here? Makes sense. Made the game like theory. Okay, so they give you a lot of options. That's good. You have a big creepy clock on the roof for them to stare at. Alright. Really mention not working on the mouse, so I need something to keep my mind going. Yeah, that sucks. It's one of those things, like for me, for example, while I do make some money doing YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon, it's not enough. So at some point, I'm gonna run out of my savings that I saved up for the last 3 years before I semi-retired. But the good thing is, well, that I do make some money, and I'm liking this building. That building looks good for what this purpose of this little section is. My bills are very low. Like, well, you live in debt. I'd be willing to bet you'd be shocked by what I live on in the United States in a month. And I'd be willing to bet most people in the United States wouldn't even believe me if I told them how much I live on a month. I've just got, I don't know, I just don't have expensive taste. So, because of that, I can live quite fine, in my opinion. For me, I'm happy with it. And so I've got a fair bit of time before I get to that point where I run out. And quite frankly, I could do just any rando basic job because I don't have that big of a requirement for income. So I do feel for those who live in a high cost area and also don't have a small cost for living, because there's no way that doesn't suck. Like there's no point where living in an area with a fairly good cost of living and not making a lot of money doesn't suck. Like, it just makes life shitty. Just have his head peeking up there. Let's see. See how little I can make this thing, because it's probably not going to be that little. No, it's not little at all, and it's going to mess up. I don't want that there. Okay. I need to get some... Let's see, let's look at, how about, put a square one there. Hey, let me have it. Okay. And then let's do, gotta have some more Carl's Jr. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. As much flack as they get, I kind of feel like Carl's Jr. is one of the... Now, I'm gonna say the word better. I don't mean better as in healthier. I mean better as in, like, slightly less garbage food than, you know, the regular fast food joints we have in this country. Gotta have our Brondo. It's a thirst mutilator. It's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes. The fact that that movie started as a comedy and is essentially now a documentary is just insane. That's not gonna work. It sticks off the side. Alright, that'll work there. Idiocracy. I'm taking the piss a little bit, but yeah, the running joke is the Idiocracy is the only comedy in history to turn into a documentary. It literally is a prediction. That is, there's no joke there, man. We have become Idiocracy, and it is astonishing. Alright, what else do we got? Oh yeah, we gotta have some smokestacks over here, because these guys gotta live in squalor. Alright, now, we need... I think we should do a couple... What? That's weird. Yeah, like that. Let's get some more... This bad boy. Put him on the roof. Let's see. Ooh. Maybe that should go right there. Yeah. But over. Wait a minute. I don't want it to block that. You know what? Let's move that. Okay, so now we need... Radius is a little much. It's basically nature reclaiming the control. If we keep getting smarter, we would find solutions to problems, but humanity as a species no longer have threats, except each other. The only remaining threat... Oh, I should continue reading, huh? Is other humans, thus we no longer evolve. So basically, we devolve, I think. Yeah, no, I mean, that sounds about right. I think that's quite accurate, actually. Okay, is it tall enough to get over that? Kind of. It needs to go up a little bit higher. Okay. Make it a little speedier. Radius just a touch more. Yep, I like it. There you go. Now you got some oppressive ads running overhead even. Yeah. That's getting there. Starting to look like a horrible place to live. Yeah, that is a literal fact. Absolute positive fact. Mega town. What else do we have in Low Town? We have those. I do like these as housing. Got one. We can always have more. Bring over here. Oh, another bridge. Well, look at you. Let's go to the same building. Didn't pay that close attention, did I? I can dig that. Another little bridge coming off of there. Yeah. God, it's crazy how poorly those, or how much the stacks buildings just melt into the background. You can't even tell they're there. Alright, so now we got a bunch of those little dudes around. Super duper poor people live in those, I guess. Alright, we don't really have any of these type of ads in here yet, so... Yep. Oh. Oh, that must be new. Or that got added to the other thing. Oh, nice. It's a little big, though. The color intensity is on or it's not. Oops. I messed that up. Let's try that again. I screwed that up. Don't touch the color intensity, apparently. That's cool. Alright, but I need... Can I move it? It won't let me move it, will it? Damn it. Needs to be forward a little bit. Boo! Right there. There it is. That works. Nice. Very cool. All right, we have these two. How little can I get these? Little enough. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I wonder, let's see, let's go that, bring it down a little. Nope, can't change color, okay. That's alright. One possible way to further evolve the human species to go find some smart people and basically pay them to make kids. Yeah, that'd be a challenge. In this world, how do you get anybody to stop doing anything that's bad for any of us? Seems like a... Oh, I didn't realize we had these little lights. That's awesome. Seems like a never-ending failure of a proposition. And it's unfortunate. Let's see, what do we got? Maybe square ones here. Haha! Yeah, let's do this, dude. Put some Wreck-It Ralph going on up in here. Force manipulation. She's sneaking up on us. I can't remember if we talked about it before, but are you planning on playing Dune Awakening when it comes out? I mean, I know that's not exactly around the corner, but 14 days looks like. Well, if you did the early thing. Okay, let's put a... This one, maybe? Ooh, I don't think I can get that small enough. Nope. Just put it on the building. Hey, there we go. That works. What else can we put on the circle part of it? Sure, why not? Okay. So yeah, this one's coming along quite nicely. The whole purpose of it is just got to be absolutely overloaded with ads because this is the poorest group, so they've got to do everything they can to sell them everything, take all the rest of the money they have. Just like real life. The billionaires need all of our money. All of it. Oh, did you hear? Oh my god, I can't believe he said that. No, I can't believe he said it. The CEO of whatever the company is that is making, oh shoot, I already forgot the name of the game. Nope. Yeah, there's kind of no point. I forgot the name of the game. Well, anyway, it's a game that just got announced is going to be on Switch 2, and one of the comments like, man, you can't do it for $80. It's just too much money. People aren't going to buy it. His response was, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to come up with the money. I'm just like, did he say that in real life? Really? I'm just like, oh, so you're only a real fan if you shell out the big bucks to buy their game. You're a poser if you don't have the money and you can't come up with it. And then he made an analogy how, oh, back in blah blah time, I don't remember what he said, 1991 or something, when some game came out that he wanted and he was just got out of teenage years and he was able to buy that, so you should be able to buy it. And it was like $70 for some game. Like, he was able to buy that, so you should be able to buy this. I'm like, wow, this dude is... Of course, it's a CEO of a company. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, Nintendo's going to win that. People are going to do it. They are going to pay $80 on the Nintendo Switch for the same game... For Switch 2, excuse me. For the same game that's on the original Switch, and there's almost no difference between the two. And people will pay it. And it sucks, because since there are people that will pay that, we're just kind of... We're stuck with that until, people stop it. And that's the problem. They aren't stopping it. The quote-unquote whales out there are spending money regardless, and they just will not stop spending the money on these completely overpriced. Now, there is an argument to be had that it costs more money today to come out with games than it did back then, and you've got to adjust for inflation and blah blah blah. I'm not exactly against that argument because it is fairly true, but at the same time, you got to think about what the medium is. I don't know. It's a tough situation all the way around. It's not fun. Nobody likes that conversation, and unfortunately, here we are. What do you do about it? Like what do we do about it? Because people won't stop spending that kind of money, so they keep coming out with these things that are higher and higher and higher priced. And as long as people don't stop spending the money, they're just gonna keep doing it. Industrial, what do we got? Nope, don't want that. Judge Dredd. Let's put a Dredd sign. Yeah, it doesn't quite work, but it's good enough. Goes for 50% off, and sometime passes. Goes 70%. Yeah, no, I mean, that's, yeah. I've done that numerous times, where I refused to pay whatever the price was of some thingamabob and waited until it went on whatever the sale was, and that's when I bought it. So I have been there and I have done that. But if I'm being honest, I've also done it the other way. Ooh, I need to add more. I don't have enough of the... Okay, I can't do that one yet. I have bought games at their stupid high price before. I've done it because I wanted the game that badly. So, like, you know, some game where it's just coming out, you know, I have done it. So I am myself part of the problem as well. Okay, I feel like we need some more buildings smashed up against this front. Let's see. Already done those, plenty. Got plenty of those too. How about one of these? Just come up a little bit. Hey. We want this right up against the wall. Boy, wouldn't it be lovely to live in this place? Right up against the highway? Man, such a nice place to live in, huh? Nope. Right there. Hey, it popped a bridge. Cool. That makes me happy. And more ad space! Yay, ad space. Because everybody wants more ads. Neon. What do we got for neon? I mean... Oh, you can't even read that. What's going on with that? What did I do? Because I put the wrong one on there. It's that one. Alright, so we need one of these guys. Let's do... Gotta have some more hotels. Let's bring the size down. There you go. And what else do we got? I don't remember what size those are. Hey, that's not the one I picked. Hollywood Hotel. go. Let's bring it down some. Yeah, that works. We need to at least need something for an ad down here. What else do we got for Blade Runner? Any squares? We got a Wallace. We got a Wallace sign. Sorta. Can't see it. Nah. We got hidden. Right. There you go. Right over the sex shop. That's perfect. Actually, that might work. Because it's a Joy. An ad for Joy. Right up here. Go up to the top with that. Have it run off the top as much. No! Damn you. There you go. Runs off the top as much as we can. Okay, now. Oh, we can use this for signage also. For the highway. If I had it on the right side, the correct side, I could. Let's see. Do I have one on the correct side? Sure. Ah, it works great. As they're coming in on the highway, lets them know there's a hotel down there. Perfect. Works. Moving and we're shaking. And then, of course, we're going to have a Carl's Jr. Flying down. Hey man, there's a hotel and a Carl's Jr. Just get off at the next exit. What if we did a little bit of fancy? Okay, so we do this. What color do we think this would be? Let's do Tron Legacy. Ooh, it barely fits. Oh, that doesn't work very well at all. It's going to be the other side. That side. There you go. Okay. So instead of that side, it's going to be this side. We're going to come down like that. Like that. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I see why it's doing it. Oh, that's so weird looking. I don't have any on the middle. That's looks so dumb. Well, that doesn't work. Not the way I want it to. Maybe... Oh, I shouldn't have deleted those. I know what I could have done. No, can't. I can't get it on the side either. Okay, never mind. That will not work. Center something. Okay, if we do center, we got a good neon center. That's square. That's square. Alright, so not neon. There we go. Put a sign up of a department that we don't want to fund anymore because screw that space stuff. Can't profit off of that. Not yet. Can't profit off of it yet. I'm sure they'll figure out some way to in the nearest of futures. I saw road signs. What can we do about road signs? Alright, so now we're getting packed. The slums are getting packed. Haven't really done anything over here yet. I don't know if I'm going to because I don't want to occlude that. This building already does. Haven't done jack with this. I still need to put up all kinds of signage for it. I love that. I still want to know how the hell he got that in there. Let's see. Low town. Yeah, let's put a couple of these, but down low. Seriously. There you go. Right there. Alright. Now we get a couple of them down low. Just a little more filler. It's definitely looking more full over this way. I'm digging it. Well, it may not be complete, but I think we really got the lowest income bracket section much more fleshed out. There's so many little bitty details. It's kind of tough to put it all together and come up with something that really hops. I do think I'm going to go ahead and cut it for now. It's 2 hours. I'm, for some reason, have a really pounding headache last, like, 20 minutes. I've been trying to push through it, but boy, it's one of those things that make your eye twitch a little bit. I appreciate everybody stopping by. CD Clone, thank you for coming by. I do hope your situation improves soon. It's never a fun time to be unemployed when, you know, they're not going to stop charging you money for your bills just because you're unemployed. So, but thanks for coming by, everybody, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.